Absolutely awesome. Let's move to another fine art. The Taste Master essay is unbelievably fun, such an engaging and exciting journey, and we get a front row seat filled with baking, creativity, and of course, the most delicious flavors. And joining us this morning is Senior Brand Manager of Royal Baking Powder, Tamryn Seopela, and Assistant Brand Manager, Bhavir Doolabh, to discuss all things Taste Master SA for Season 4 and the innovations that Royal Baking Powder brings in motivating the contestants to bake more memories. Some of those memories a little bit terrifying because it is a no-holds-barred competitive space, which is so difficult when you've got to be creative when you have that kind of pressure. But we have seen the level of bakes this year. It's a step up. Bhavir, how do you feel when you see your brand playing such a pivotal role in this dynamic? Because there must be nerves for you as well. There must be excitement. This is a roller coaster.
It truly is amazing, and it's really it's so powerful to see Royal Baking Powder doing so much for the baking community. So it's really nice to see how the contestants can rise to the occasion.
There is a huge amount of pressure, yes, but there is brilliance that gets tapped into in these moments. Maybe that pressure makes all the difference. What is your hope for these contestants and the brand in this space? Because it really does happen in real time. Talk about putting your product to the test.
Honestly. But I think my hope for the contestants especially is to just live their truth and stay authentic. I think that's what distinguishes the winners from the losers. Well, losers. Yeah. But I think those who remain true to themselves, because they've all got a talent and everyone's got their unique piece to share with South Africa, and I think they just need to stick to that.
They do, and the authenticity always seems to shine through. And I think the crazy thing is, if you think of like the Zola Nenes, these superstars, they've all been on the same foodie trajectory. Yeah. So this is the first step towards achieving something truly remarkable. Even if you don't win,
yes,
you know you're going to get that. What I have loved the most, and I've been lucky enough to work on the back end of the production, so I've seen things a little bit before others have. The level of home bakers, in terms of the competitions, the weekly viewer competitions, it's almost like we could just add them to the roster every time they come. Absolutely superb. What have you made of the viewers' contributions?
It's absolutely fascinating to see the level of detail that everybody's putting in. And each week, the entrance, the competition gets harder and harder. So kudos to everyone. They
really have leveled up in that space.
They really have. We've got some talented bakers in South Africa. Really, outside of Tastemasters as well.
No, completely. I call it generational culinary arts because we've got so many generations of amazing bakers and amazing chefs in that space. This being said, and we've seen the level of competition, yes, the talent always seems to get better. What do you think it's going to take to win this year's Taste Master?
I think when you come into a cooking competition, it's always important to take some learnings as well. You come there as you have a certain level of professionalism or a certain level of expertise, but you should be open to the learnings that you're going to get on the program.
You see, because you are plugging into some of the best mentors that you can find in the culinary arts. I've got to ask you a brand question here because you live the brand. And sometimes these campaigns land, sometimes they don't have that authentic connection to market. As a brand, how have you guys been able to become that staple? Because you guys pretty much, baking begins and ends with you guys. How have you been able to get that right in such a vibrant, competitive market?
I think for Royal, it's just about being true to us. We've been the heritage brand that we've continued to be, and it hasn't changed over the years. So sticking to that maroon heritage of Royal Baking Powder has been something that we live on forever.
It's royalty, man.
Yeah.
And we know it works. It's been passed on from generation to generation. I'm sure everyone here has some story back in the day with either their grandparents or their moms that they're able to tell, and they know that the product works. So it's all in the product.
It's part of the family.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of this collaboration, because this year, for some reason, it just has been taken to another level. So congratulations in that space. Good luck for the rest of this emotional roller coaster. But I'm not going to let you go because you're going to bake for us, because you've got to put your money where your mouth is. No, we can't put our contestants, our home bakers, through all of this without trying it ourselves. So join us later in the kitchen as I say we loosely, Ryle's going to get in and roll up his sleeves to bake more memories calories with royal baking powder as we create a delicious cinnamon swirl loaf cake. So don't miss the Taste Master SA every Tuesday at 7 p.m. with that repeat on Wednesday at 1 p.m. and Saturday at 2 only on S2. Stick around, we're in the kitchen in a mo.